My fellow members of the International Code Council, board members, past board members, ICC staff, and co-workers who are at the conference, and those back home holding down the fort, and our supervisors that allow us this privilege to be here in person, thank you. Thank you for your service to the Code Council. Thank you for your service to our profession. Thank you for your commitment to public safety, and thank you for supporting my presidency. There is no greater honor than knowing that my ICC brothers and sisters across the country and around the world are working to ensure that all of our families and the public we serve, present and future, will have safe places to live, work, and play in their lifetimes. And thank you to my family, Chase, Jen, Danny, Casey, and our newest addition, little Riley, especially my wife, Diana, for your encouragement, your support of my service to the ICC members and building safety. My family recognizes that what we do makes it safer for them and the public we serve. My family is my true inspiration. In my time as a code official, I have learned the true meaning of service, commitment, and mentoring. And mentoring is what I want to focus on this evening. The value of being mentored, the value of mentoring others. To get to the point where I have the privilege to stand before you as president of the greatest association representing our profession worldwide requires the collaboration of outstanding individuals from all walks of life. My career path began as an owner-operator of a small construction company based out of Lexington, Kentucky. We specialized in residential framing. At the time, it was a fast-paced growth period for single-family home construction. And I had developed a good working relationship with the Lexington inspection staff. So I began learning code provisions and earned my 1 and 2 family certification. It didn't take long to figure out that if I built code-compliant homes and passed my inspections, I'd make more money. The extra effort was worth it. Safe and compliant construction was not only produced financial windfalls for me, it allowed me to feel proud of my work. As my homes were finished, I realized they would be standing for many years to come. They would provide safe harbor for families. They were homes where childhood memories would be made for a lifetime. Little did I know then how much impact it would have on my future life. It felt good, my friends. Working with code officials, we built professional relationships and earned trust. Trust between a contractor and inspector was a little rare back then, and it yielded an unexpected benefit. I was approached by one of the city's finest inspectors, Ray Umberger. Ray proposed the notion that I might make a good building inspector. I was intrigued. Next thing you know, I was applying for a job with the Lexington Fayette Urban County government, and just a few days later, I was offered a job as an inspector. Thus began my career and my calling as a code official. The transition from builder to inspector was and has been rewarding. I am a public servant like so many of you. I am protecting and preserving the health and safety of our families and friends. I am also a conduit to those who earn a living building and maintaining the places where we live, work, worship, and play. Builders, subcontractors, architects, engineers, and members of the fire service are all integral components to the cohesive built environment. My experience as a code official has afforded me the opportunity to work with individuals from all walks of life. That is what has led me to my true induction into the lore of our vocation, getting involved with the Code Administrators Association of Kentucky, or as we in the Commonwealth call it, CAC. CAC is we know our name. CAC is Kentucky's statewide ICC chapter. It is the primary provider of continuing education to CAC members, and I am proud to tell you it was recently recognized as an ICC preferred education provider. CAC fosters communication with our state and local governments. It advises our regulatory bodies on code issues. It maintains relationships with our partners and adversaries, or sometimes one and the same. The chapter also mentors young men and women in the industry and is on the constant watch for our livelihoods, the health, safety, and welfare of our citizens. With that said, I would like to recognize the individuals who were on stage with me during my installation and who have mentored me throughout my career. First and foremost, I would like to thank my boss, Dewey Crow. Dewey, without your unconditional support, I would not be standing here tonight. You see the value of what we do through the ICC and how it benefits our department, our city, and the Commonwealth. I can't thank you enough for your commitment to Kentucky and our nation, for allowing me the opportunity to serve the citizens of Kentucky and those of our profession. Jeff Camp. Jeff Camp, you are the ultimate cheerleader and my biggest champion in my book. You embody what every ICC member should strive to do. You serve your jurisdiction, you support your profession, you invest your time and energy into education, which has been your passion. You served your chapter as a board member and as CAC president, and you're on the ICC Education Committee, and of course you support the ICC mission. Jeff, thank you again. Thank you. All right, thank you, sir. The professor, George Mann, who I like to call the original code geek. George taught me how to simplify complex circumstances, address challenges from different angles, draw logical conclusions, and provide comprehensive resolutions. I am confident in my decisions, and I don't lose sleep over it because I find resolve knowing it is the right thing to do. George, thank you for mentoring me and for being the mentor to so many others. Thank you for your service to CAC and the citizens of Kentucky as the Deputy Commissioner of the Department of Housing, Building, and Construction. George is now retired, and he's teaching classes for ICC. I strongly recommend you experience one of his seminars. George, with that shameless plug, I consider my debt to you repaid. Ron Dill is the diplomat. Ron was CAC president when I was first elected to the CAC Board of Directors. Ron, you took a relatively young apprentice under your wing. I was unpolished and without the code knowledge that I have today. You helped mold me. Ron is a compelling public speaker. I always enjoy listening to Ron and admire his ability to address an audience, command respect, and mince words. I was in awe as he orchestrated collaboration and consensus, showing us that resolution in the code business is not in terms of absolutes. Ron, you have provided me with invaluable advice, and it has helped me elevate my career and enabled me to stand here before you as the ICC Board President. Thank you. These upstanding gentlemen of our profession, with no particular agenda of their own, have influenced me and countless others. If you haven't met them, I encourage you to do so. They took the time to mentor me as a young buck, and they cared because they saw the value in the work we do and had the passion to invest in my future and the future of so many other up-and-coming code officials. They knew and know that we have to live in the present while preparing for our future. And tonight, that is what I want to leave you with. We all have our influences, our mentors. All of you have impacted the lives and careers of someone else. I encourage you to continue to lead by example. Lead with courage and resolve. ICC past President Jimmy Brothers encouraged us to throw deep. Immediate past President Guy Tomberlin challenged us to prepare for the next generation. I am not here to present a new resolve to our membership. but to piggyback on the great vision of my predecessors. Let's throw deep to our next generation. Past President Steve Jones challenged you to be active. In that same sense, I challenge you to find the individual who will fill your shoes, walk in your footsteps, and who you will mentor. As I look at you tonight, I see many Dewey Crows, Jeff Camps, George Manns, and Ron Dills. Who will you recruit? Who will you challenge, educate, and promote, and encourage to engage, advance, and lead our association and our profession? I have with me tonight the newest member of my staff, Miss Elizabeth Arrington, the 2012 graduate of Western Kentucky University. She is a 1 and 2 family certified inspector and is currently working on her next certifications. Never underestimate the power of the volunteer. You know who they are in your own communities. They have been helping groups as far back as they can remember. Maybe it was Little League, Boy Scouts, Girl Scouts. They are you. Look at your colleagues. Look at the millennials who are just beginning their careers in our industry. Embrace these young men and women. Take them under your wing, show them the ropes, and give them purpose. Look at it as Safety 2.0, building careers for today's generation. The future leaders of this association are among us and back home waiting for a chance. Which one of you will mold these young minds and one day see them on this stage addressing the membership as president of the International Code Council? United, we are strong, focused, driven, and prepared. We have a duty to protect and promote the essence of who we are. Do not let that thought get lost. We have a purpose, we have a vision, we have an obligation. We have an opportunity to sustain these principles. Our future depends on it. Thank you and good night.